Greetings, dear viewers, greetings from my channel. I hope you're having a great day. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the video. Jonathan Scott provides an update on the restoration of Zooey Deschanel's wildfire-destroyed home. Regarding the reconstruction of Zooey Deschanel's family house, which was destroyed in the wildfires in Los Angeles, Jonathan Scott provided an update. The plans to revive the house are already being finalized by the HGTV personality. Zooey Deschanel's family home will soon begin to be rebuilt by Jonathan Scott. Scott and Deschanel provided the most recent information regarding her family's property during an interview with Entertainment Tonight on the red carpet at the SAG Awards on February 23. The HGTV personality pledged in January to rebuild her childhood house, which had been destroyed in the wildfires in Los Angeles. People should be aware, in my opinion, that a lot of the hyperbole on the internet is not to be believed. The reconstruction is underway, Scott stated. It's actually going more quickly than expected. To ensure that residents can get home, the city and county are working extremely hard. I must admit, the city has been amazing, Deschanel continued. Their reaction has been incredible. You have stated that you will do everything in your power to rebuild her childhood home, the interviewer continued, asking Scott for an update on the restoration timeframe. I'll have the plans revised and ready to go in 2 weeks, Scott revealed. Scott is the best neighbor ever, in addition to being the best partner ever, Deschanel noted. He was there for every neighbor that needed help, she clarified. He is the greatest individual. It was so amazing, like going through such a crazy thing, so sad. But to have Jonathan, the actress continued as she gave Scott a hug. According to the Property Brothers actor, it's a very confusing time. In the Palisades, where her parents' home was located, 20% of the residents are elderly, uninsured, and face significant challenges. So the first thing we're going to do is to make sure that people are taken care of, he continued. We will ensure that they receive the information. Deschanel and Scott made jokes concerning a wedding in Vegas. Additionally, Scott and Deschanel made light of the prospect of an unplanned wedding. They leaned into the bit because they were dressed as though they would be getting married. After the SAG Awards, Deschanel said, "That's what we're doing. We're driving to Vegas and we're just going to get hitched. That's how we do," she continued. When you can have a phony Elvis at your wedding, why needs family? Scott said, I love her, in response to the interviewer's remarks about the couple holding hands. Have you had a chance to see her? I adore her after all. The reasons Jonathan Scott and Zooey Deschanel haven't done any more wedding planning. Jonathan Scott, star of Don't Hate Your House with the Property Brothers, talked about his impending nuptials with actress Zooey Deschanel. Scott revealed that he and Deschanel, who became engaged in August 2023, had not done much wedding preparation because of their hectic schedules. In a January 2025 interview with People magazine, "I promise that we haven't done any additional effort at all," Scott told the publication. "We've just had a lot going on." In addition, Scott said that he would concentrate on organizing more weddings in 2025. Scott joked, "Maybe that'll be my New Year's resolution. We've got to figure this wedding out." According to Jonathan Scott, he and Zooey Deschanel would like a small wedding. Scott stated that he and Deschanel, who was previously married to Ben Gibbard and Jacob Pekenick, would enjoy a small wedding in an interview with People magazine in May 2024. "We are aware that being with our loved ones is what matters most to us. Furthermore, we do not intend to have a wild, lavish wedding." In the May 2024 interview with People magazine, Scott, who divorced his first wife, Kelsey Oley, in 2013, stated, "It's going to be pretty intimate." In a June 2024 interview with his brother and co-star, Drew Scott, on The Kelly Clarkson Show, Scott made similar remarks regarding his impending marriage. He and Deschanel just want to have a kick-expletive party with everyone they love, according to Scott. "We're not making a big move. We intend to maintain a cozy and private atmosphere. Actually, none of the plans have been made yet, because we're just having so much fun," Scott stated in the interview conducted in June 2024. Details of Jonathan Scott's proposal to Zooey Deschanel were disclosed. Scott and Deschanel discussed their engagement in a joint interview with People magazine in October 2023. While on vacation in Scotland, Scott claimed to have requested Deschanel's parents' permission 2.5 months before popping the question. He claimed that he asked Deschanel the big question at Edinburgh Castle when she was with her kids, Charlie Wolfe and Elsie Otter, whom she shares with Picenic. Zooey Deschanel told Jonathan Scott what drew her in. According to Deschanel's interview with People magazine in October 2023, she and Scott were first introduced while filming a 2019 episode of Carpool Karaoke. She claimed that they both found comedy and foolishness endearing in one another. Deschanel told People, "Our personalities are so compatible." Deschanel also stated in a 2022 interview on The Drew Barrymore Show that she was struck by Scott's generosity right away. "I was amazed at how kind he was," Deschanel remarked. She added that during their relationship, Scott has remained incredibly kind to her. "He's still that nice after more than 3 years of dating. He likes to visit my parents' house and mend things. He's really kind," Deschanel remarked. On a date night in Los Angeles, fans react to Jonathan Scott protecting Zooey Deschanel. It's evident that everything is oak between HGTV star Jonathan Scott and his fiancée, actress Zooey Deschanel, even if they still have no plans to get married. On January 2, 2025, the couple, who had been engaged since August 2023, showed off their adorable bond on a date night at the Lakers game. In what Deschanel described on Instagram as her first professional basketball game, the pair sat courtside with pals, took selfies at Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, and grinned for the Jumbotron camera. Cameras once captured Deschanel trying to hide her face as Scott gave her a protective embrace while she flinched at the action on the court. Fans are swooning over one particular shot that she included in her post. Jonathan Scott tells Zooey Deschanel, "I've got you." In a cute way, Deschanel's post received over 200,000 likes, and many of them commented on how much they enjoyed seeing her property brothers be there to console and shield her during the game. He wrapped one arm across her shoulder and his other hand in her lap, ready to defend her. "What a great evening," Scott said in her post's comment area. "And according to celebrity fitness instructor Mary Helen Bowers, I adore the one where you appear truly afraid and he is defending you." One fan said, "Her hero, a true gentleman. You appear scared, and I can really feel that," another wrote. Another said, "You never know when those balls are gonna come at ya." Many viewers of Deschanel's former sitcom, New Girl, mockingly corrected her in response to her caption, "Baby's first basketball game, me I'm the baby," by bringing up the 2014 episode, Basketball, in which Jessica Day's character feigned to be a Pistons fan in an attempt to make friends with Damon Wayans Jr.'s character, Coach. Following the adorable correcting remarks of numerous other fans, one fan remarked on her post, "Sorry, I think you mean basketball." Others remarked that since Jess Day's roommate on New Girl was a former basketball pro who played overseas in Latvia, it was impossible that Deschanel's first basketball game was the Lakers game against the Portland Trail Blazers. Jonathan Scott says he might make getting married to Zooey Deschanel his 2025 goal. During the holidays, Deschanel uploaded a number of posts that highlighted her connection with Scott, who she met while filming Carpool Karaoke in 2019 with his twin brother and fellow HGTV star Drew Scott. One of those posts included pictures from the Lakers game. A slow-motion video showed the couple kissing and spraying confetti at midnight on New Year's Eve, while Samuel Jackson danced beside them was included in one post. A picture of them dressed up at a Christmas party was included in another post, which was shared on December 26. She was beaming at Scott in the picture. With the assistance of her 2 children from a previous marriage to Jacob Picenic, Elsie, age 9, and Charlie, age 7, Scott proposed to Deschanel at his favorite castle in Scotland, where his father comes from. the pair purchased and remodeled the Park House, a $11.7 million residence in Los Angeles, before they became engaged. However, they haven't scheduled their wedding yet because they have both been so busy. Scott stated, "I can assure you we have done absolutely 0% more work on planning," in an interview with People that was released on January 1. Simply put, we've got a lot going on. Maybe I'll make it my goal for the new year to work out this wedding. The obvious warning sign a split between Jonathan Scott and Zooey Deschanel is imminent. Actor Zooey Deschanel of New Girl and Jonathan Scott of Property Brothers have been engaged for a very long time, and now that the 16-month milestone has passed in the wedding planning phase, some are beginning to worry that it might never happen. Scott, who joked with People about the couple's lack of wedding preparation, seemed to be completely unconcerned. He said, "I can guarantee you we have done absolutely 0% more work." After that, he clarified, "We've just had a lot of things going on." However, considering that Scott previously stated to People, "We don't intend to have a wild, lavish wedding. We're concerned that there may be further red flags stopping the snug couple from scheduling a date because it's going to be so intimate." When Scott said to People, "Maybe that'll be my New Year's resolution. We've got to get this wedding figured out," he did demonstrate some progress. The noises of a soon-to-be husband gazing at a home renovation project he was meant to complete months ago are unavoidable. In addition to the other strange aspects of Scott and Deschanel's relationship. Not to turn it into a contest, but Deschanel has a lengthy history of relationships. She was previously engaged to her ex-husband Ben Gibbard for just 9 months and to her former husband Jacob Hekenick for just 6 months. This suggests that they are either taking things slowly or that rumors of a breakup are warranted. A little karaoke was the beginning of their romance. Jonathan Scott and Zooey Deschanel first crossed paths in 2019 when recording an episode of James Corden's Carpool Karaoke with their siblings, Emily Deschanel, Zooey's occasionally antagonistic sister, and Drew Scott, the other brotherly half of Property Brothers. According to People, the pair dated for 4 years before Scott proposed to Zooey in Scotland outside of Edinburgh Castle when she was with her 2 kids, Elsie and Charlie. This suggests that the couple prefers to take their time. Jonathan made it clear that he was flirting so hard with Zooey when they first met on the set of Carpool Karaoke, even admitting on his brother's podcast, At Home, that the show's producer had to cut a bunch of the flirting footage out. Perhaps the two were so infatuated that this is another instance of a romance ending too soon. After being frightened at Universal Studios' Hollywood Horror Nights with his brother and wife, the couple decided to make their Instagram debut in October 2019 by sharing a photo of Jonathan holding Zooey. Let's hope that after Jonathan rescues Zooey from some background actors with chainsaws, the two of them will find the strength to keep their marriage intact and decide on a date. After 16 months of engagement, Jonathan Scott and Zooey Deschanel still haven't figured out their wedding plans. Exclusive. In August 2023, the Property Brother proposed to the New Girl alum, and he quipped that it was my New Year's resolution to finalize the details of their marriage. Organizing his wedding is one of Jonathan Scott's major 2025 objectives. In an exclusive conversation, the 46-year-old star of Don't Hate Your House with the Property Brothers updated POPLE on his wedding plans with 44-year-old fiancée Zooey Deschanel. Scott claims that despite his excitement for their special day, he and Deschanel have been too busy to even begin the planning. He quipped to POPLE, "I can assure you that we have done absolutely 0 more work. Simply put, we've got a lot going on. Maybe I'll make it my goal for the new year to work out this wedding." Scott previously stated that he and Deschanel plan to have a smaller guest list for their special day, but they haven't finalized the specifics yet. In May, he told POPLE, "We know that being surrounded by our loved ones is the most important thing for us. Additionally, we don't intend to have a wild, lavish wedding. It is going to be quite personal." He also mentioned that they intend to throw a second party with even more people after celebrating with a smaller ceremony. Scott stated, It is likely that we will host another party exclusively for our local friends. The pair resides in their 1938 dream home, which they refurbished jointly, and is situated in Los Angeles. In August 2019, while recording an episode of Carpool Karaoke with Deschanel's sister Emily and Scott's twin brother Drew, the celebrity IOU host and New Girl actor first got to know one another. A month later, the couple was seen holding hands, and in October of the same year, they made their Instagram debut. In August 2023, while on vacation in Scotland, Jonathan proposed to her after 4 years of courtship. Even Zooey's 2 kids, Elsie, 9, and Charlie, 7, participated in the momentous occasion by pulling out a banner that said, "Zooey, will you marry me?" as he proposed at Edinburgh Castle. Later, Jonathan and Zooey announced the good news together on Instagram with the comment, "Forever starts now." Both Jonathan and Zooey are seen grinning as they pose at the base of the castle in the adorable picture. The elf actress raises her hand to display her one-of-a-kind engagement ring, which is set with purple and transparent stones.